That makes sense. Sorry, the door popped a little bit when the heat kicked on and the dog just barked. That seems like that makes a lot of sense, because I could see where, an extractor would certainly be a big barrier to entry for, Joe, casual beekeeper guy,
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
I think there are sort of there are small scale extractor things that you can make. Like, I've seen the ones that are hand crank.
Sure.
Just a hand crank centrifuge.
Like the club I belong to, there's always someone who's, I'm going to have extracting day, and people come over, and you bring your own bucket, you bring your own your boxes, bring your own bucket, and you go home with the bucket, and they do it. It's just like anything else. Someone comes over and gives you a hand. You bring them a bottle of beer, you bring them, I'm going to bring pizza, I'll stop over with a 6-pack, I got a lot to do. You know how it is. It's all friendly.
Like barn raisings, everybody helps.
Well, that's it, pretty much. It's an hour.
Oh, grape crushing.
Grape crushing.
Well, that was how I did my grapes when I went to a local PYO, pick your own vineyard. And when I got done, the guy put me and my grapes in his truck, and we went over to his place, and he had a press and pressed all the grapes, and I went home with grape juice, and, it was all good.
Perfect.
Yeah, and he was like, he says, I could chuck these skins. I'm like, no, put those in the bucket. We want those. Those are good.
Those make the wine red.
That's right. Well, I mean, some people don't want that. Maybe they just want grape juice, or they don't realize that skins add character. But
grape juice when you can have wine.
Yeah, well, there are people. Maybe it's a church. Okay, just saying. Baptist churches they use grape juice. They don't. Many Baptist churches do not allow alcohol.
Oh.
You should know that. You live in the South.
No, I don't. I live in Miami.
Well, yeah, that's true. You live in Miami Beach. That's not really the South. It's
wrong side of the South.
It's like a New York enclave in the South is what it is.
It's the only place in the country where you go north to go south.
Yeah, very true. It's where all the damn Yankees go. If they just keep going down there, they'd be perfect. But that's just, the whole thing is fascinating to me. I just find it really, really interesting to do all of that.
So what size of batches of mead do you usually do? Are they typically a 5 or 6 gallon?
Usually I make bigger ones too. I've made 20 gallons, 15 gallons. I got a couple barrels at my house, so I just got a Hill Rock Farm barrel.
Nice.
Barrel, that's 12 and a quarter.
Ooh.
So that's what I make. 12 and a quarter to go in the barrel.
Nice. How long do you let it set in the barrel?
Till it's done.
Till it's done.
Wait, taste.
It's all about taste.
That's true. Yeah, that's very true.
When I got it was wet, and I did a 6-berry. I did one with multi-berry with cherries and blueberries and black currant and marionberries and blackberries, raspberries, and I did, I think it was like all those. I think it came out to a 20-gallon batch. I put 12 into the barrel, and then I put the rest on medium and French oak cubes with a Remy Martin cognac.
Oh, my.
Nice.
Yeah, it's great when you pull out a bottle like that and put it right next to bourbon and cognac. Which one do you like better?
Mm-hmm.
That vertical tasting's one I want to be at.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like me with my my favorite single malt, which is Glenmorangie, and they've got a sherry cask, a 12-year-old sherry cask age, and a 12-year-old port cask age. And it's like, can I have both?
Well, first you have to have both to compare and contrast.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Just give me the bottle. I'll be back directly.
I got 6 unique bottles of Glenmorangie on the cupboard at the moment.
I know, I love that stuff, man. That's my very favorite scotch of all the ones I've tried in the last 15 years.
Another reason for you to come visit me.
Okay. Yeah, have to go to Australia. If only so. If only so I could check that one off my bucket list.
Well, now I'll know what to have at the house in March. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, Glenmorangie is the way to go. But John's bourbon guy, so he doesn't like single malt, which I'm not quite sure why I stay married to him sometimes, because he doesn't like single malt. That's sinful.
You stay out of each other's booze. That's why.
We do, yeah. Well, no, we both like rum, so that works out. And we both like the same kind of rum, so that works out too.
Hope you like corn mash liquor. I mean,
that would be moonshine, right?
I don't have any of that.
Of course not, because that would be illegal.
That would be illegal.
Yeah. So I'm fascinated. I'd love to when you get to playing with the flow hives at the unnamed sports team owner's place. I'd really love to have you come back and tell us more about them, because everybody's talking about them and nobody seems to have actually played with one.
Well, this will be the first time I play with it, and he was like, he has all the toys.
Ah,
So
okay.
he goes, what do you think I should do over here? And I said, well, you might put a windbreak around your hives for the winter. So he sends me a picture, and he has this bulldozer down there, and he's planting these trees. And I was like, no, I meant like 2 bales of hay. I did not mean build a forest. but, but he's a great guy. And,
Hey, it's his money. He can do with it what he wants, right?
Yeah, and I really thought it was funny. And he's a big guy, so when I pulled up to his house, there's this gate with the sports emblem on the gate, and I'm like, wow. And I see this guy come out, and I go, wow, he must have been a football player. He must have been a football player. He's huge.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, nah. And then when I looked at his name, and I was brewing beer around the corner at someone's house, and the guy called me, and my friend has hives too, and I'm teaching him. I said, let me go run over and see what this guy's complaining about. He called me up. He got my name from somebody else to look at his hives. So I went over there and looked at his hives, and I didn't even think of it. And one of the guys goes, that's the owner of such and such. And I was like, really? I didn't even know.
Oh, there you
But
go.
very nice, very generous guy, I told him I don't want cash. You got to have good beer when I come over.
Yeah, there you go. And then tell him what good beer is so he knows.
He doesn't drink, so he doesn't know.
Oh, well, there you go. Then you'll have to let him know.
That's it.
Okay, one burning question. Had you tasted mead before you started making it?
No.
No? Okay.
Nope.
And the last burning question. Aside from the seaweed mead, what's the weirdest mead you've ever made?
Oh, I don't even know. I did a lacto mead.
Did you? How'd it turn out?
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah?
I got the bottle of Michael Fairbrother. He said it was one of the best sour meads he's ever had.
Wow.
So.
That's not shabby.
No. Mike's very nice. He's honest.
Yeah, he is.
He didn't mean it. So.
No, he would tell you.
No, I don't know what else. I'm trying to think. I made a vanilla chocolate pochette with sea salt. That was pretty wild.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, sometimes I think it's just really, if you want great ideas, just look around at the foods that are out there. Go to any bakery. Any bakery is full of sweets, and they make all the flavors work.
I think one of my favorite combinations that I've been totally addicted to of late is salted caramel, and I have to reverse engineer that into a mead, I think, or failing that a cordial.
Well, you could do a pochette, but it's just got to be lightly caramelized. I wouldn't go black with it. Where it gets to that, where the honey's black and you see the black smoke coming out. I would just do a light to get that toasted marshmallow caramel taste. And then go with the fleur de salt, French sea salt.
Yeah.
Taste.
I'm probably, maybe that's what I'll do with that remaining meadow foam, if I have any remaining after I do the meadow foam bomb. But I was thinking about that because if you bochet meadow foam, in theory, that should concentrate that marshmallow and toast it, which would get us a lot closer to caramel.
Yeah, but you're also risking blowing out all that marshmallowy goodness.
I know. That's the scary thing about it.
I do a really, really small amount first.
See what happens.
And
yeah.
once it's using a crappy wildflower.
Yeah, yeah. Do it with a crappy wildflower. Yeah.
Do the crappy wildflower. Add the meadow foam after to get the taste you want.
Oh.
And then go with the salt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's worth a shot. And if I bochet a little bit of crappy wildflower and then add less of the meadow foam just to do a teeny tiny amount to see what kind of flavor profile I'm going to get, then I won't, if it doesn't work out, then I won't have wasted the last of my meadow foam.
Yeah, because as we all know, that marshmallow root isn't going to do the trick.
Yeah, I could have told you that.
That was surprising.
Oh, David's saying use the meadow foam to make a s'mores mead. Yeah, that would be pretty awesome. He says he scorched 20% of it to get the campfire smoke. Somebody was talking earlier on the Got Mead group on Facebook about everybody uses oak, but has anybody used like cherry or applewood or like the woods that you use to smoke with is chips in a mead? And I said, I don't know. I would say go for smoke the honey.
If I recall, in Philadelphia in 2013, maybe it was the Nationals, AHA, there was somebody who gave a talk on exotic woods, aging on exotic woods.
Really? Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we got somebody coming to the American Mead Makers that's going to talk about, actually they're going to have a Cooper come in and they're going to talk about barrel aging, oak chip aging, and then they're going to actually build a barrel right there in the seminar.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I know, right? Cool. So they'll be cooping, I guess. Because Cooperage, yeah. But I thought that was pretty neat. So I find it interesting. But yeah, fruit woods would be fun to try that with, to see what you could get. I mean, certainly you get interesting flavors out of them when you smoke meats with them. So I still want to try smoking a honey. We've got a smoker at home, and I'm going to try like a quart of honey and just try smoking the honey to see if I can get like a fruitwood smoked flavor into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too hard to do that.
I wouldn't think so. I'm trying to figure out. I'm thinking that you want to try to
smoke cheese. You should be able to smoke honey.
Yeah, I know, and that's what I'm thinking, is that there should be a way to do it. I just want to try to be able to force the smoke through the honey, and I haven't quite figured out how to do that yet.
Yeah, just put it in a shallow pan and put it in the smoker.
I suppose.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that would probably work.
Sure.
David's asking, when can you sign up for the seminar? Soon, David. Very, very soon. I have to write the sales page up for it on the AMMA page, and that'll probably happen in the next week or so. And as soon as I make the announcements, we can start selling tickets, because there's only 75 tickets for that, so it'll go quick, I hope. There's some really good people coming. There's somebody who's coming to talk about mead marketing. There's somebody bringing a Cooper. Somebody's going to be doing. Oh God, there was another one that was really fascinating. I think it was actually about doing bouchets. So I have to look at my notes and see what I've got. But there was just all kinds of really fascinating subjects that were coming up. Some of them were making mead. Some of them were running a meadery. A lot of different stuff. David's going, take my money. Don't worry, David. I'll make sure you know when the page goes up so you can get the first ticket.
There's no way I'm missing this in 18.
There's
no way.
Yeah, and the God's willing, there will be one in 18. If this one goes well, we'll be doing it again. And in fact, if this one books up in early enough, I'll probably be setting up the contract for